Vinícius José Paisao de Oliveira Jr., widely known as Vinícius Jr., was born on July 12, 2000, in São Gonçalo, a metropolitan area of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Raised in a modest family, he grew up in an environment filled with love and support despite financial challenges. From an early age, Vinícius displayed an extraordinary talent for football, which quickly became a central part of his life and identity. His early years, spent on the streets and small fields of his neighborhood, laid the foundation for his future as one of Brazil's brightest football stars. São Gonçalo, where Vinícius spent his childhood, is one of the most populous cities in Rio de Janeiro state. While known for its cultural richness and deep passion for football, the city also faces significant socio-economic challenges. Despite these hardships, Vinícius found joy and inspiration in the simplicity of his surroundings. The streets, filled with makeshift goals marked by stones, became his first training grounds. It was here that he developed the creativity, agility, and resilience that would later define his style of play. Even as a young boy, Vinícius stood out among his peers. Friends and neighbors often commented on his impressive dribbling skills, remarkable speed, and his relentless drive to improve. It was evident to those around him that he wasn't just playing for fun. He was pursuing a dream that seemed larger than life. His love for the game and natural talent quickly captured the attention of his community, foreshadowing his rise to international prominence. Vinícius's family played a pivotal role in nurturing his passion for football. His father, Vinícius Paisao, and his mother, Tatiana, worked tirelessly to support their son's aspirations despite the financial limitations they faced. They saw his potential and made sacrifices to ensure he had the opportunity to succeed. At the age of 6, Vinícius's father took him to a Flamengo-affiliated football school in São Gonçalo, a decision that would forever alter the course of his life. This marked the first step in turning his passion into a serious pursuit. In 2006, Vinícius officially began his football journey by enrolling in the Flamengo school. Coaches were immediately struck by his exceptional skills for someone so young. His speed, creativity, and fearless approach to the game set him apart from his peers. Beyond his physical abilities, Vinícius displayed a mature attitude and a strong desire to learn. These qualities quickly earned him recognition as one of the brightest prospects in his age group. Before joining the Flamengo school, Vinícius spent countless hours playing football on the streets of São Gonçalo. Like many Brazilian children, he improvised fields with his friends and used whatever resources were available to fuel their games. These unstructured matches helped him develop not only his technical skills but also his strategic thinking and ability to adapt to challenging situations. Playing with older kids, Vinícius often had to rely on his intelligence and creativity to overcome physical disadvantages, which ultimately shaped his unique style. Flamengo became more than just a training ground for Vinícius. It was a place where his dreams began to take shape. The club provided the structure and support necessary for his development, both as a player and as an individual. Even at such a young age, Vinícius understood the importance of discipline and hard work. His coaches admired his dedication and humility, qualities that would remain with him throughout his career. Despite his growing talent, Vinícius's journey was not without its challenges. His family had to make significant sacrifices to support his budding career. The daily commute to training sessions required time and resources that were often hard to come by. Nevertheless, his parents never wavered in their commitment to his success. For Vinícius, these sacrifices only strengthened his resolve to make the most of every opportunity. Balancing football and academics was another challenge for young Vinícius. While he dedicated himself to his sport, he also understood the importance of education. His ability to manage these responsibilities at such a young age demonstrated a level of maturity that set him apart from his peers. This discipline would later become one of the cornerstones of his professional success. Vinícius's passion for football grew stronger with each passing year. He dreamed of one day wearing Flamengo's professional jersey and representing Brazil on the international stage. Inspired by legendary players like Zico and Romário, he envisioned himself joining the ranks of Brazil's football icons. These aspirations, though ambitious, were grounded in his unwavering determination and the support he received from those around him. As he continued to develop his skills, Vinícius began to attract attention from beyond his immediate community. His flair for dribbling and his ability to outpace opponents made him a standout in local tournaments. Coaches, scouts, and even rival players took notice of the young prodigy. It became increasingly clear that Vinícius was destined for greatness, and those who watched him play knew it was only a matter of time before he achieved his dreams. While many children share a love for football, Vinícius possessed an extraordinary combination of talent, work ethic, and resilience. These qualities, coupled with the unwavering support of his family and coaches, set him on a path toward success. For Vinícius, football was more than just a game. It was a way to transform his life and bring hope to those around him. The childhood of Vinícius Jr. was marked by simplicity, challenges, and an unrelenting passion for football. His journey from the streets of São Gonçalo to the Flamengo school was only the beginning of a story that would inspire millions. Through hard work, determination, and the love of his family, Vinícius laid the foundation for a career that would make him one of the most celebrated footballers of his generation. The boy who once dreamed of changing his family's life through football would go on to achieve far more than he could have ever imagined. Vinícius Jr. officially joined Flamengo's youth academy in 2010, at the tender age of 10. It was a significant step for the young prodigy, whose journey had already been marked by a natural flair for football and an insatiable hunger for improvement. Flamengo, one of the most prestigious clubs in Brazil, provided the structure and resources necessary for him to hone his talent. This marked the beginning of an era in which Vinícius would rise through the ranks, setting himself apart with his dazzling skills and exceptional determination. In his early years at Flamengo, Vinícius participated in various youth tournaments, where he quickly made a name for himself. By the time he was 12, he was already standing out in the under-13 Campeonato Carioca, showcasing his remarkable ability to dribble past defenders and create scoring opportunities. His coaches were astounded by his technical skills, agility, and decision-making, which seemed far beyond his years. These qualities, combined with his work ethic, allowed him to outshine his peers and emerge as one of the most promising young players in the academy. The year 2013 marked a turning point in Vinícius's career. At just 13 years old, he was called up to represent the Brazilian under-15 national team, a testament to his extraordinary talent and potential. For a boy who had only recently entered the Flamengo academy, this was a monumental achievement. It was during his time with the national team that Vinícius began to understand the weight of representing his country and the expectations that came with wearing the iconic yellow jersey. These early experiences shaped his mindset and gave him a sense of responsibility, pushing him to continually improve. By 2015, Vinícius was making waves on the international stage. He participated in the South American Under-15 Championship, where he delivered a performance that would cement his status as a rising star. Not only did he finish the tournament as the top scorer, but he was also named the best player, a double accolade that underscored his immense impact. His goals were a combination of finesse and power, while his ability to dominate games with his dribbling and creativity made him an invaluable asset to the Brazilian squad. This tournament was a pivotal moment for Vinícius, as it brought him to the attention of scouts and football enthusiasts worldwide. During these formative years, Vinícius's life was a blend of rigorous training sessions and competitive matches. His daily routine revolved around football, leaving little room for typical teenage activities. However, he remained grounded, thanks to the unwavering support of his family and the guidance of his coaches. Balancing school and football was not easy, but Vinícius understood the importance of education and worked hard to manage both responsibilities. His humility and focus earned him admiration from those around him, and he became a role model for many of his peers. In addition to his technical brilliance, Vinícius began to develop a mental toughness that would later define his professional career. Playing against older and more experienced opponents in youth competitions forced him to adapt quickly, sharpening his tactical awareness and resilience. He thrived under pressure, often delivering match-winning performances when his team needed him the most. His ability to rise to the occasion did not go unnoticed, and it became clear that he was destined for greatness. The Flamengo Academy was not just a training ground for Vinícius's footballing skills. It was also a place where he learned valuable life lessons. The club instilled in him a sense of discipline, teamwork, and the importance of representing the Flamengo badge with pride. These values stayed with him as he progressed through the youth ranks. He built strong relationships with his teammates, many of whom would go on to play professionally, and the camaraderie they shared contributed to their collective success. By the age of 15, Vinícius had already started to attract attention from European clubs. His performances in domestic and international tournaments made him one of the most sought-after young talents in Brazil. Despite the growing interest, he remained focused on his development and was determined to succeed with Flamengo before considering a move abroad. This level-headed approach highlighted his maturity, even at such a young age, and reassured his coaches that he was prepared for the challenges ahead. the year 2016 saw Vinícius continue to excel in Flamengo's youth setup. He played a crucial role in helping his team win various youth championships, solidifying his reputation as a game-changer. His style of play, characterized by explosive speed, intricate dribbling, and an eye for goal, drew comparisons to Brazilian legends such as Neymar and Ronaldinho. While these comparisons brought additional pressure, Vinícius embraced them, viewing them as motivation to push himself further. Vinícius's time in the youth academy was also marked by a relentless pursuit of self-improvement. He spent countless hours working on his weaker foot, fine-tuning his finishing, and studying the game to enhance his understanding of different playing styles. His dedication to mastering every aspect of his craft set him apart from many other young players. Coaches often remarked on his willingness to learn and his ability to absorb feedback, traits that would later serve him well in his professional career. Off the field, Vinícius remained a humble and grounded individual. He frequently expressed gratitude for the sacrifices his family had made to support his journey and never lost sight of the values they instilled in him. His humility endeared him to fans and teammates alike, and he became a beloved figure within the Flamengo community. Despite his rising fame, he maintained a strong connection to his roots, often visiting São Gonçalo and giving back to the community that had shaped him. As Vinícius approached his 16th birthday, it became increasingly evident that his time in the youth academy was coming to an end. His consistent performances and rapid development had prepared him for the next step, transitioning to Flamengo's professional team. This transition marked the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and perseverance. For Vinícius, his time in the youth academy was more than just a phase in his career. It was a period of growth that laid the foundation for everything he would achieve in the years to come. In retrospect, Vinícius Jr.'s youth was a journey of discovery, growth, and preparation. From his early days playing on the streets of São Gonçalo to becoming a standout performer in Flamengo's youth ranks, his story is a testament to the power of talent, determination, and the unwavering support of family and mentors. His experiences during this time not only shaped him as a footballer but also as a person, instilling in him the values and resilience needed to navigate the challenges of a professional career. The boy who joined Flamengo at the age of 10 with dreams of greatness had transformed into a young man ready to conquer the world of football. Vinícius Jr.'s professional career at Flamengo officially began in 2017, a year that marked the realization of a dream he had nurtured since joining the club's youth academy. At just 16 years old, he made his debut for Flamengo's first team, a remarkable achievement for someone so young. This opportunity came shortly after he signed a contract renewal that included a record-breaking release clause for a youth player in Brazil, underlining Flamengo's belief in his immense potential. The club wanted to secure their rising star amidst growing interest from top European teams. His debut in the Campeonato Brasileiro occurred on May 13, 2017, against Atlético Mineiro. Despite being a substitute, the mere presence of a 16-year-old wearing Flamengo's iconic red and black jersey electrified the fans. While he had limited time on the pitch, his confidence and flair were already evident. In the following matches, he began to showcase his unique style, an audacious mix of speed, skill, and an uncanny ability to take on defenders. Vinícius played without fear, attacking with a kind of boldness that captivated supporters and hinted at a bright future. As the 2017 season progressed, Vinícius gradually earned more minutes and started to make significant contributions to the team. One of his first standout performances came in the Copa Sudamericana, where Flamengo sought to win an international trophy. In these high-pressure games, Vinícius's energy and unpredictability added a new dimension to Flamengo's attack. His ability to beat opponents one-on-one became a valuable asset, as did his knack for delivering crucial passes and creating scoring opportunities. In 2018, Vinícius truly began to flourish, proving himself to be one of Flamengo's most influential players. He started the year in explosive fashion, with decisive performances in the Campeonato Carioca, the state league of Rio de Janeiro. His goals and assists played a vital role in Flamengo's campaign, and his ability to shine in critical moments endeared him further to the passionate Flamengo fanbase. By now, he had become a regular starter and one of the team's most reliable attacking outlets. Perhaps one of the most memorable moments of Vinícius's time at Flamengo was his performance in the 2018 Copa Libertadores, South America's most prestigious club competition. Flamengo faced tough opponents, and the pressure was immense, but Vinícius thrived under the spotlight. In one particular match against Emelec, he came off the bench to score 2 stunning goals, securing a crucial comeback victory. His first goal, a dazzling solo effort where he dribbled past multiple defenders, showcased his technical brilliance and composure under pressure. This performance not only reinforced his importance to the team, but also caught the attention of the global footballing community. Vinícius's partnership with Flamengo's other attacking players was another highlight of his time at the club. His chemistry with experienced teammates allowed him to learn and grow, while his youthful exuberance brought a fresh dynamic to the squad. Together, they formed an attacking unit that combined skill, speed, and creativity, making Flamengo a formidable team in both domestic and international competitions. Despite his young age, Vinícius often led the charge, demonstrating a maturity beyond his years. Off the field, Vinícius's rapid rise made him a household name in Brazil. His charisma and humility resonated with fans, who saw in him a representation of Flamengo's ethos and the dreams of countless young players across the country. His marketability also grew, with brands vying to associate themselves with the young star. However, he remained focused on his football, showing remarkable discipline and commitment to his craft. In mid-2018, Flamengo announced that Vinícius had been sold to Real Madrid for a then-record fee for a Brazilian teenager. The deal, worth approximately €45 million, was a testament to his extraordinary talent and potential. The transfer made headlines worldwide and placed Vinícius among the most exciting prospects in football. Despite the move being finalized, he remained committed to Flamengo, playing with passion and determination until the day he left. His performances during this period were a mixture of gratitude to the club that had shaped him and a desire to leave a lasting legacy. Vinícius's final months at Flamengo were emotional, both for him and for the fans. The realization that he would soon leave for Europe brought a mix of pride and sadness. Flamengo supporters knew they were witnessing the early stages of a career that promised greatness, and they cherished every moment he spent on the field. Vinícius, in turn, expressed his gratitude to the club and its fans, often highlighting how much Flamengo meant to him and his family. By the time he played his last game for Flamengo in June 2018, Vinícius had left an indelible mark on the club's history. In just over a year with the first team, he had become a symbol of hope and a reminder of Flamengo's ability to nurture world-class talent. His statistics during this period, 14 goals and numerous assists, only tell part of the story. His impact went beyond numbers. He brought excitement, inspiration, and a sense of possibility to every match he played. Reflecting on his time at Flamengo, Vinícius often credits the club for shaping him into the player and person he is today. From his days in the youth academy to his breakout performances with the first team, Flamengo provided the platform for him to grow and excel. The lessons he learned during this period, both on and off the field, prepared him for the challenges of playing at the highest level and instilled in him a deep appreciation for the sport. Vinícius Jr.'s period at Flamengo was not just the beginning of his professional journey. It was a chapter filled with growth, achievement, and unforgettable memories. For Flamengo fans, he remains a source of pride, a player who embodies the club's spirit and traditions. His story serves as an inspiration for young players everywhere, proving that with talent, hard work, and the right opportunities, dreams can become reality. Vinícius Jr.'s move to Real Madrid in 2017 was a moment of immense promise and ambition, with the Spanish giants paying a record €45 million to secure the Brazilian prodigy. Due to FIFA regulations, Vinícius could only officially join the club in 2018, after turning 18. The anticipation surrounding his arrival was enormous, as he was hailed as one of the brightest young talents to emerge from Brazil in years. This move represented not only a significant step in his career but also placed him under the microscope of the football world, as fans and critics alike awaited his adaptation to one of the biggest clubs on the planet. Upon arriving in Madrid, Vinícius initially joined Real Madrid Castilla, the club's reserve team. This period was crucial for his adjustment to European football. While he was accustomed to playing in high-pressure environments with Flamengo, the tactical and physical demands of Spanish football required him to refine his game. In Castilla, he showcased flashes of brilliance, demonstrating his exceptional dribbling skills, pace, and creativity. It didn't take long for his performances to catch the eye of the first-team management, and by the end of 2018, Vinícius had earned his promotion to the senior squad. His early days with the Real Madrid first team were a mix of excitement and growing pains. As one of the youngest players in a squad filled with experienced stars, Vinícius faced immense pressure to perform. While his dribbling and flair were often mesmerizing, he was frequently criticized for his decision-making in the final third and for inconsistent finishing. These critiques, however, did little to dampen his resolve. He worked tirelessly on improving these aspects of his game, displaying a strong mentality that quickly endeared him to both teammates and coaches. In the 2019-20 season, Vinícius began to establish himself as a key player for Real Madrid. Under the guidance of manager Zinedine Zidane, he earned more playing time and contributed significantly to the team's La Liga title victory. His performance against Barcelona in El Clasico that season was particularly memorable, as he scored a crucial goal in a 2-0 victory, becoming the youngest Real Madrid player to score in the historic rivalry since Raúl. This moment cemented his place in the hearts of Madridistas and demonstrated his potential to shine on the biggest stages. The 2021-22 season marked a turning point in Vinícius's career. By then, he had evolved into one of Real Madrid's most dangerous attacking players. His partnership with Karim Benzema became a defining feature of the team's success. Together, they terrorized defenses across Europe, combining seamlessly with Vinícius providing creativity, pace, and unpredictability, while Benzema offered clinical finishing and leadership. Vinícius's most iconic moment of the season came in the UEFA Champions League final against Liverpool. In a tightly contested match, he scored the only goal, a composed finish that secured Real Madrid's 14th Champions League title. This goal not only sealed his place in Real Madrid folklore, but also solidified his reputation as a player capable of delivering on the grandest stage. As Vinícius's confidence grew, so did his impact on the team. He became more consistent in his performances, scoring and assisting with regularity. By the 2023-24 season, he was widely regarded as one of the best wingers in the world. His ability to take on defenders, create opportunities out of seemingly impossible situations, and deliver in crucial moments made him indispensable to Real Madrid. His achievements during this period were extraordinary, as he played a central role in helping the club win 12 major trophies, including 2 Champions League titles, 2021-22 and 2023-24, 3 La Liga championships, and 2 FIFA Club World Cups. Despite his successes, Vinícius faced challenges along the way. The expectations placed on him were immense, and every dip in form was met with scrutiny. However, his resilience and determination allowed him to rise above criticism. He continued to work on his weaknesses, transforming himself into a more complete player. By the time he reached his 6th season at Real Madrid, he was not just a young talent with potential, but a leader on the pitch and a role model for aspiring players worldwide. In addition to his club achievements, Vinícius also garnered individual recognition. In 2024, he was a finalist for the prestigious Ballon d'Or, an accolade awarded to the best player in the world. Although the award ultimately went to Rodri of Manchester City, Vinícius's inclusion among the finalists underscored his status as one of the elite players in modern football. His ability to consistently perform at the highest level, both domestically and in Europe, was a testament to his growth and development since arriving at Real Madrid. Vinícius's influence at Real Madrid extended beyond his on-field contributions. He became a symbol of the club's future, embodying the blend of talent, hard work, and ambition that defines Real Madrid's ethos. His marketability soared, making him one of the most recognizable faces in football. However, he remained grounded, often speaking about his gratitude for the opportunities he received and his desire to continue improving. By 2024, Vinícius Jr. had firmly established himself as one of the cornerstones of Real Madrid's success. His journey from a promising teenager at Flamengo to a global superstar at one of the world's most prestigious clubs was a testament to his talent, dedication, and unyielding spirit. For Real Madrid fans, he represented not only the present but also the promise of continued glory in the years to come. Vinícius Jr.'s journey with the Brazilian national team has been filled with both promise and challenges. His call-up to the senior squad in 2021 marked the culmination of years of development, during which he had shown in youth competitions and established himself as one of the brightest talents at Real Madrid. However, his adaptation to international football has not been as seamless as some had hoped, with flashes of brilliance tempered by struggles to consistently replicate his club form in the iconic yellow jersey. Vinícius made his debut for the senior team during the 2021 Copa America, gaining valuable experience despite limited opportunities to showcase his full potential. In 2022, he reached a significant milestone by participating in his first FIFA World Cup in Qatar. During the tournament, he scored a memorable goal in Brazil's round of 16 victory over South Korea, demonstrating his ability to deliver on the global stage. However, Brazil's campaign ended in disappointment with a quarter-final exit against Croatia, and Vinícius's overall impact was somewhat subdued. Hopes were high for Vinícius to take on a leadership role in the 2024 Copa America, a tournament that was seen as a stepping stone for Brazil to regain dominance in South American football. Unfortunately, the campaign fell short of expectations. Brazil was eliminated in the quarterfinals by Uruguay in a frustrating performance, and Vinícius struggled to make his mark throughout the competition. His contributions were marked by moments of indecision and inconsistency, a stark contrast to the electric displays he regularly delivers for Real Madrid. The 2024 Copa America proved to be a difficult tournament for Brazil as a whole. Finishing in 6th place, behind traditional rivals like Argentina, Colombia, and Uruguay, as well as unexpected contenders like Canada and Venezuela, the Seleção faced significant criticism. For Vinícius, this tournament highlighted the unique challenges of adapting his club-level performances to the international stage. Despite his undeniable talent, the chemistry and tactical systems of the national team have yet to bring out the best in him. It's important to acknowledge that the pressures of representing Brazil, a nation with an unparalleled footballing legacy, are immense. For Vinícius, the transition from the structured environment of Real Madrid to the less frequent and often chaotic dynamics of international football has been a learning curve. His club performances thrive on well-defined roles and established partnerships, while the national team demands quick adaptation to different systems and teammates. These adjustments take time, even for players of his caliber. Despite the setbacks, Vinícius remains a key figure in Brazil's plans for the future. His ability to take on defenders, create scoring opportunities, and inspire with his creativity is unparalleled among his peers. The challenges he faces with the national team are not uncommon for young players transitioning into leadership roles on the international stage. As he gains more experience and familiarity with the team system, there is every reason to believe that he will overcome these obstacles and establish himself as a dominant force for Brazil. Vinícius's journey with the Seleção is far from over. At just 24 years old, he has plenty of time to grow and develop into the player that Brazilian fans expect him to be. His dedication to improving his game is well documented, and his resilience in the face of criticism has been a hallmark of his career. These qualities will undoubtedly serve him well as he continues to navigate the complexities of international football. For now, Vinícius's role in the Brazilian national team symbolizes both the challenges and the promise of a new era. He represents the hope for a brighter future, a player with the potential to lead Brazil back to glory. While the journey has had its ups and downs, his story is still being written, and there is no doubt that he has the talent and determination to leave a lasting legacy in the famous yellow jersey. Thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell to stay updated on all things related to Brazilian football. This is Brazilian national football team forever, celebrating the past, present, and future of our Seleção. See you in the next video.